Okay, hello everyone. First, thank you for the opportunity that given to us. And today we talk about discourse analysis. And we come from article groups. But before we next to the material, let us introduce ourselves. For me, my name is Luh Feby Diantari and my friends.
My name is Putu and Arthati Putri and my friends.
My name is Krisna Juwita Haristi and my friends.
My name is Putu Sthira Candrika.
Okay, the next material will be explained by my friends.
Okay, thank you, Feby. For the first, I will explain about the meaning of discourse analysis. So what is discourse analysis? According to Abrams and Harpam 2005, a discourse analysis is a broad term from the study of the way in which language is used in text and context, also called discourse studies. And for the next slide will be explained by my friend.
Okay, thank you, Ade. So in discourse analysis, we also study about text as object. Text as objects can divide it into two, the first spoken text, and the second one is written text. Spoken text refers to any forms of oral communication that is analyzed within the context of discourse. And then the written text refers to any forms of written communication that is analyzed within the context of discourse. Next. Okay, for the example of spoken text. When someone is saying what's up, and this what's up has more than one meaning. The first meaning is to ask what is happening, and then the second one is asking for condition considered from the context. Next slide. Okay, let's look at this video.
What's up? Hey Susie, what's up? So this person, A, is asking Susie, hey Susie, how are you? Or, hey Susie, what are you up to these days? What are you doing these days? And here are some ways you can answer. Nothing much. That means there's nothing special happening in my life. Not doing much. Or maybe if they said, hey Susie, what's up? Susie can say, I'm going to the movies. She would just say what she's doing, right? Another way, remember the second way, is to ask, what's wrong? Is everything okay? So here is how we would use it. You look upset. What's up? And maybe this person would say, I lost my wallet. That's why they're upset. I lost my wallet. So you can say why you look upset.
Okay, next slide. Okay, for the written text, the example is there is a conversation. A man said, I would like to mail this package, please. And then the woman answered, the man said, is first or second class. And then for this conversation, the question is, who is the woman most likely? And for this conversation, we know the woman is most likely to be package sender. And then the second one is conversation with woman and man. The woman said, how much are the flowers? And then the man said, $10 a bouquet. And where does this conversation probably take place? From this conversation, we know that this conversation probably take place at a flower shop. Next. Okay, for this slide will be explained by my friends.
Okay, thank you, Sthira. In the next slide, there are about two approaches to discourse analysis. So for the first is the language issues approach. According to Crossley 2021, language in use approach focus on the finer details of language used within discourse, and such as sentence structure or grammar and phonology or sounds. Okay, next slide. Then is an example of the language in use approach. There are two sentences. For the first is I like spicy food, and the second is my friend doesn't like spicy food. In the two sentences used as example are compared to sentences that differ in terms of emphasis. And in this example, the difference that is emphasized is preference for spicy food, and it can be seen in the last two words, namely spicy food. Okay, next slide. And next slide is for the second is the socio-political approach. According to Crossley 2021, approaches to discourse analysis look beyond the technicalities of language and focus on the influence that language has in social context. And one of the main social political approach is critical discourse analysis. And in critical discourse analysis, which focus on power structure through the analysis of a normalist power. Okay, next slide. And the next slide is critical discourse analysis, or CDA. And example is a situation in the class where a teacher threatens a student with detention if they don't stop speaking in class. And for the first is a normalized power. On the other hand, is what makes us not want to talk in class. Next is language is power. If we want to understand power dynamics and structure in society, we must look to language for answer. Okay, for the next slide will be explained by my friend.
Okay, thank you, Ade. Next, we will talk about when we use discourse analysis to see how people interact with each other in different situations and the impact language can have on society and vice versa. Common example of discourse we can conduct discourse analysis on are conversation, speeches, newspapers, novels, and song lyrics. In conversation, the use of language in conversation tends to be more relaxed, informal, and spontaneous. And the second one, speeches. The language used in speeches tends to be more formal and structural. And the third, newspaper. The language used in newspaper is usually objective, factual, and follow journalistic standard. And the fourth, novels. The language used in novel tends to be more creative, descriptive, and varied. And the last, song lyric. The language used in song lyric tends to be more poetic, descriptive, poetic, emotional, and rhythmic. And it is important to remember that these differences are general and not absolute. And next we talk about I will talk about strength of discourse analysis. According to Harun Ar-Rashid, 2023, the strength of discourse analysis, first, insight into language use in context. Insight into language in context is provide a more complete understanding of language use by examining it in the context in which it is produced and consumed. And the second one, improve communication. By understanding how language is used to achieve specific communicative goals, discourse analysis can help individuals to become more effective communicators. And the third, interdisciplinary approach. Discourse analysis is an interdisciplinary field that draws on insight from linguistics, sociology, anthropology, and other disciplines. And for the next material will be explained by my friends.
Okay, thank you so much, Feby. So here I will explain about the weaknesses of discourse analysis. Next slide, please. Okay, so according to Harun Arasi 2023, there are three weaknesses of discourse analysis. The first one is complexity. So it can be a complex and challenging field to study and requiring a high level of linguistic and analytical skills. So that's why we have to learn linguistics step by step, start from learning speech sounds and then sentence structure and the meaning of sentence, and also learning how to analyze the text based on context. The second one is subjectivity. So it means discourse analysis can be subjective as the interpretation of a text or conversation depends on the perspective of the analyzed. The third one is ethical considerations. So that means discourse analysis can raise ethical considerations, particularly when examining sensitive or confidential topics. So this weakness highlights the importance of conducting discourse analysis with sensitivity and commitment to responsible research practices. Next slide, please. Okay, so here I will explain about the reason why English teachers should learn discourse analysis. The first one is critical thinking and analysis. That means discourse analysis encourages teachers to critically analyze text and language use. So discourse analysis can help teacher identify hidden meanings, power dynamics, ideologies, and social norms embedded within different discourses. The second one is effective language instruction. That means discourse analysis provides teacher with insight into the coherence and cohesion of different types of text and conversations. Teacher can help students develop their speaking, writing, and listening skills. For the next slide will be explained by my friend.
Okay, here
Okay, thank you, Liyan. So here the research about discourse analysis. And name of researchers is Arthati, Nunung Susilo Putri, Mutiasari Nur Safira, and Budianto Hamanudin. And the title of this research is Discourse Analysis in the Context of English as a Foreign Language, EFL. And then what is researcher? The research is about how and what is the roles of the discourse analysis in relation to students and how teachers authentically do and propose way to improve class insight. And then also the study aims to assess the discourse analysis studies in the context of learning and teaching English, specifically English as a foreign language. And then the method of this research is this study used the library research method by searching and downloading documents in the forms of journal articles that have been published. And then the result of this research is this study state that discourse analysis is not only used to understand the context between teachers and students or between teachers and fellow teachers, but discourse analysis is also required in textbooks for EFL programs. Okay, next slide, please.
Okay, here goes, sir. And okay, That's all about discourse analysis. And if there are any mistake and shortcoming, we apologize and thank you.